How's it going, Sportster world? So, back in March for my birthday, I bought a used 2014 Harley Davidson Sportster 1200 engine. And this is the first bike I ever owned. So, me being a beginner, knowing nothing about bikes, from going to learning as much as possible as I can. You know, it's been like a dream come true, because I never expected to do this kind of stuff. So, as I'm doing research online, you know, how to maintain the bike, how to switch out stuff that isn't really working, I just can't find the right video because Harleys are custom videos. Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of Harleys are custom, so there's not always going to be the same thing online. So my bike was pretty basic build, you know, only a couple minor differences, but nothing crazy. So I just couldn't find the right video online. So I decided to take it upon myself and record my process of taking out the fuel injectors, taking out the MAP sensor, and draining the gas tank. You know, and anything related to this bike that I couldn't find online, I'm just gonna do it myself and share it with the world for anyone who needs help just like I did. So basically what I've done so far in this video is I had to take out the main fuse, alright, so nothing electrical happens. Then I had to take out the plug right here to the gas tank. Now I'm working on taking out the fuel injectors. So as you've been watching this video, I've just kind of been recording notes for myself in a video form, so I can use as a reference when I put the bike back together. So just trying to be as detailed as possible here. And at the same time, I'm just using the tools that I had already, like left over from my grandpa. So pretty cool that he had all the parts I was ultimately gonna need to use on the bike. And during the process, I had to go to Harbor Freights and get some tools. As you watch here, there's like 2 O-rings on there. You want to make sure those stay on there. Or if they're broken, just buy some replacements. So I'm just trying to be as detailed as possible here. So I'm just making sure those O-rings stay on there. It's very important. Now over here, I'm at the kind of working my way around the throttle body. I need to get this that next part off there. So I got the fuel injectors are such a pain in the ass. So the book says to like wiggle it back and forth to get it out, but it seems like the most impossible thing ever because of those bushings right there. They're very, very secured. And this sensor right here was pretty dang easy to get out too. So that was probably one of the easiest parts, just getting around the throttle body. Yeah, as you can see, I got the fuel injectors out of there. Now I'm working my way towards the MAP sensor. It's gonna be a huge pain in the butt. I know these bolts right here, you know, I need to get them replaced. I almost stripped both of them. You know, this T25 I had was fairly old, not really up to date. So I was kind of stripping the bolts as I was trying to get them out. But later on in the video, I went to Harbor Freights. You'll see me with the new ratchet and a new T20. This part was fairly challenging because I wasn't sure how far out that bolt was gonna come out, but I had the right Allen key to loosen it up and ultimately get out the way. So this bike, before I bought it, was probably sitting around for like almost a year, like 9 months or so, 6 to 9 months. So all these pieces are pretty worn out. Not like very worn out, but pretty weathered. This bike has 25,000 miles on it, but it still runs like new. Just like some of the parts are kind of stuck together. Like right here, this bolt out, it ended up being pretty easy to get out. I ended up using the Allen key to get it out. Yeah, there it is. I'm just, again, staying detailed and organized. So when I put it back together, I can just watch this. And right here, you'll see an O-ring fall off just here in a second. You know, good thing I was recording because I did hear it fall, but I did not see it fall until I looked down. So good thing I was recording that whole thing. Now right here, the map sensor was stuck. It was so hard to get out, separate it from the sensor and from the throttle body as well. But no, I had to spray a little bit of WD-40 to loosen it up. I had no idea what was going to be behind it, but the book says to gently wiggle it off. There's nothing gentle about it. I was just trying not to break the cables from the sensor connector itself. So as you can see, this map sensor is pretty gunked up, so I might need to buy a new one or do my best to clean it and then buy a new one, but probably have to go from there.